So here's the finished painting sketch of a street in Paris. So I did a quick pencil sketch, probably took me 3 to 5 minutes. And once I know I had the sketch right, I started the painting process, which you're seeing right now. And I'm doing this painting from a 3rd floor balcony from my hotel where I stayed out in Paris. Really cool. And I had just gotten off a plane about an hour or two before this, 11-hour flight. So I'm really surprised at how the sketch actually came out. And anyway, I'm starting off with the sky. So this is just a mixture of phthalo blue, ultramarine blue, and some water. Maybe a little bit of yellow or something in there as it gets toward the horizon, just to warm it up a bit, because this is during sunset, so there's probably 30 minutes or so of light left in the day. And I'm starting out with this flat brush, or it's a filbert brush, but pretty much like a flat brush, kind of a wide type of brush. And I'm just putting in some washes here at the beginning, kind of the first stage, the lightest stage. And I'm mixing up a purple, a grayish purple for the road. And that's basically just ultramarine with magenta or cadmium red, just to mix up some kind of purple. And then possibly a little bit of black in there, or a little bit of yellow ochre or cadmium yellow medium, just to gray it down a bit, adding some more red or magenta in there now, as you can see. Just getting a variety of color, rather than it just being a boring flat shape of purple, have it be cooler in some spots, warmer in other spots. Just getting that variety of color, I think, is very important in this stage. And, it creates a really interesting colors in the final painting, and it helps to keep you loose a little bit, and it's just fun, making a colorful painting. Gives it a little more life, I believe. So with this painting, this was the first painting of my trip through Paris and England. If you haven't seen those videos, go and check them out. I actually vlogged this entire 2-week trip, so that was pretty cool. And I did filled up this whole sketchbook of all the places I went. But this was my first sketch, and I'm going to honestly tell you some things that went wrong with this sketch, and hopefully, it'll help you in your own paintings. Hopefully not make the same mistakes that I made in this sketch, but I want these kind of tutorials are really just showing my process. I'm just documenting this process, but I know I can make these videos be very helpful, whether I'm showing you my process or showing you a mistake I made. I hope that it will help you out in your painting journey. So now I'm going with the building. I'm starting to paint the buildings now. And it really took me a while of looking at the buildings before I painted this sketch. And I was really trying to figure out what color exactly are those buildings, because they're just this gray, tan, brown. It's really hard to pinpoint, what color family or what color they actually are. So I kind of just went with a yellow ochre, grayed down yellow ochre type of color. But I also mixed in, as I was going along, I was mixing in some blues in there, making a little cooler here, a little more red or orange there. Just getting that color variety, but very subtle. And just a minute ago, I switched brushes. I have them in my pocket there. I only took 2 brushes with me on this trip and for this painting. So I had that larger flat brush that I just used for these washes, and now I'm moving to the smaller brush, which is a round brush, as you can see here. And I believe this was my first mistake. My first mistake was switching to this round brush. I definitely should have stuck with the larger brush a lot longer. But like I said, this was my first sketch. I'm kind of getting warmed up. Of course, by the end of the trip and the end of the sketchbook, I really got down, a watercolor process. But all this was kind of new to me, using these watercolors, painting on a balcony at the third floor, painting a cityscape like this, a city street. I mean, it's very, very different, out of my element. I mostly do landscapes of forests and trees and sunsets and things like that, more natural environments. And this was a completely cityscape environment, urban environment. So it's very different. I had to really take my time with this and figure out how to simplify things to make it look semi-realistic. So yeah, my first mistake was moving to this smaller brush. And the second mistake here, now that we've gotten this far in the video, is putting in these smaller dark shapes already. I mean, this was really too soon for me to start doing this. Like I said, I should still be using the larger brush. And luckily it was warm in Paris right now. And the washes that I did earlier of the road, the sky, and the buildings, those are pretty much dry by now. They dried very quickly. So now I'm painting over those washes, as you can see with these little dark areas. So I'm using a technique of wet on dry. And, I should have made the road darker first. I should have made the buildings darker. And I'm going to do all that in the future here. By the end of this painting, you'll see that I end up making the road darker and the buildings darker, but I ended up jumping too soon into these smaller shapes. I think that was my first mistake. So definitely you want to move from light to dark, lightest light, and then work your way to the darkest dark, very slow. And also, I think it's more important to go from big shapes to smaller shapes. And with this, in this particular painting sketch, it turned out to be a really great sketch, I think. It was a really good effort for me. For my first time, painting in a city and simplifying a cityscape like this, urban environment. But if I were to redo this painting and do it again, I would definitely go from larger shapes to smaller shapes and light to dark shapes. So I put in some horizontal lines there for the balcony, some other doorway type of shapes, for the restaurants below. I'm adding in some red now, just giving it some color variety. There's a lot of colorful signs and all kinds of things happening. So many different things happening in the city. So I'm trying to just give it this variety to show like what's going on down there without really specifying what it is. So I'm basically letting the viewer kind of, translate in their own mind what they're seeing when they look at this. They can envision a city, but I'm not telling them exactly what kind of sign that is or what kind of building that is. It's more of just color shapes and just shapes of, brush strokes and stuff. So now I'm going back over the road, as you can see, with a darker color. I knew I had to make the road darker, but I'm not filling it in completely. I'm leaving some spaces here and there, and now I'm mixing up a different color. I'm adding in more red as it gets closer to me, making it warmer. Just giving it a bunch of variety and trying to keep the sketch, keep it, not kill the sketch, keep it very full of life, if that makes sense. So now I'm making the shadow areas of these buildings a little bit more darker. I'm running, going back over those. And you can see how it can be a problem now. I have to go back over the balcony lines that I already drew in and the doorway shapes and things, all the smaller areas, when really I should have done the larger areas first. But, anything like this, you're going to end up making mistakes. And I get pumped when I make a mistake. I'm excited about it, man, because I know I'm learning from it. I'm not bummed out by it. I was recently doing another plein air. I was doing a plein air sketch just the other day, and it was right at sunset, and I literally had, literally 10 minutes into the sketch, I had lost, the sun already went down, and I was making a lot of mistakes. It turned out being a really bad sketch, but I was super pumped about it because I was like, man, my next sketch is going to be so much better, and I've learned so much from this one painting. Like, man, I was just excited about it. And I think, when you make mistakes and with your paintings or drawing or any kind of art, I think you have to just learn from it and just try to change your mindset and get excited about it. Don't get bummed out about it, or, don't get depressed or anything. Just use that information for your next painting and try to make your next painting even better. It's just a constant learning. So now I'm going in, and this is why I love that small round brush. Is it's very versatile. It's very versatile for small lines and small areas, but you can also get some nice broad strokes out of it as well. So I really love the round brushes for watercolor. And you can get some really thin lines there. So now I'm trying to add in like some street posts and, I simplified the buildings and the windows. There were hundreds and thousands of windows on that side of the street, and I had to really just simplify it and, get the essence of the buildings down. Obviously when you look at the scene, it doesn't look super realistic, but it gets the idea of, okay, those are buildings. This is a cityscape. Because that's what I'm trying to capture. That's the memory I'm trying to capture here is, the feeling, the essence of being in this city at sunset or something, with it mostly 95% of it being in shadow. That's what I'm trying to capture here. I'm not trying to capture every single window or every single person or tree or car or motorcycle or bike. I'm not trying to capture all that. I'm just trying to create a simplified version, something from my memory that will take me back to this place. When I open up this sketchbook in a year, I'll remember this exact moment of being on that balcony and remembering how it felt in that moment and how I felt in that moment. And I think that's the amazing thing about painting on location and travel sketching or, any kind of painting you do that's on location, plein air. It can just be an amazing thing to look back on, memory to look back on. And that's the main reason why I'm doing these kind of sketches and things. It's just so fun. It's so easy to use, so easy to do. With this little setup I have here, I don't need a tripod. I don't need any of that kind of stuff. It's very lightweight, and I can pretty much get my supplies out and do a quick, 15, 20 minute sketch anywhere I have time. And yeah, it's just a really cool habit to get into, I think. So continuing with the painting here, I'm just adding in things along the sidewalk, cars parked, people walking, motorcycles, but it's all just small little dark brush strokes. And actually currently right now I'm using a white gouache. So this is one of the only sketches from this 2-week trip that I did through Paris and England, where I ended up having to use gouache. And I only have white gouache on my palette. I don't have any other colors of gouache on this palette. The rest is all watercolors. But gouache is just an opaque type of watercolor basically. And I'm using white here to kind of add some opacity. I needed to add those lines back onto the road because I didn't leave them. I didn't leave areas of the paper white. I ended up painting over it. So I had to use that white gouache to kind of bring that back out, which is fine. It's not a huge deal to me to use that, but I rarely ever use gouache anymore with these watercolor sketches. You know, it's really only for like emergencies like that. You know, something where I needed a little bit of white, I needed to bring that out again. You know, I'll just use some gouache like that. And you can see in the street there, I added in some dark blobs. Those are supposed to be cars. You know, I end up touching them up a little bit more. And when you have a look at the final sketch here at the end of the video, you'll see that I ended up softening the edges and stuff of them. One of them I almost erased completely. You know, just a very slight suggestion of something in the road. And now I'm just going back over these buildings, adding in some more shadows and darkening them, because I really want the tops of the buildings, I want that light hitting the tops of the buildings to be more prominent. And it was something that I really struggled with on this painting sketch, and something I really learned, because as I'm painting this right now in person, the light on the buildings has completely disappeared. You know, there's no light on the buildings anymore. So I kind of lost sight of why I initially started painting this, because I wanted to capture that light at the top of the buildings. And I kind of lost sight of that. You know, at this point, I probably should have just left. I should have ended the painting right here, but these strokes that I'm doing here, adding kind of the roof area at the tops of the buildings, I kind of ruined the light shapes at the tops of the buildings. So that's unfortunate, but, you know, it's things like this where this is how you learn. You know, this is how I learn, and you know, sometimes you're gonna ruin little areas of your sketches, and you can't be bummed out about it. You know, it is what it is. Not every sketch is going to be good. You know, if you're getting like 60 or 70% of your sketches you're happy with and that are pretty good, then I think that's a really good, I mean, that's a really, really good number, you know. So it's all just a learning process, you know. You just have to do your best and learn from each sketch. So I'm almost to the end of the painting here. I'm just adding in very small dark shapes now, very like the darkest darks, and just putting some finishing touches. But like I said, you know, I think I used the small brush a little too much. I think the first 2 layers of the painting I could have used the larger brush, and then just used that smaller brush for like the windows and the balcony, the finishing touches really. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this little process video, tutorial video, whatever you want to call it. Hope you learned something from it, and be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Greatly appreciate it. And here's a look at the finished sketch. Anyway, take care of yourself. Peace. Be sure to check out my other tutorial videos for drawing and painting. Also subscribe to see future episodes. Peace.